Today we're doing something a little different. We're going to talk about some Jeep features and Jeep hidden secrets in both the Jeep Wrangler and Jeep Gladiator that you might not have known about. Probably know Jeeps are packed with off-road capability, but they're also packed with a bunch of hidden Easter eggs, secrets, and a lot of different features that many Jeep owners have no idea even existed. Today I'm breaking down some of the coolest features, from hidden coolers, secret wiring, and even why these black bumpers exist on the Jeep JL. On the Jeep Wrangler JL, these black bumpers do hold your windshield washer squirters, unless you have the performance upgrade blades. But you'll also know that when this windshield gets folded down, it lands right here to safely protect the windshield from hitting the hood. Going all the way back to the 1947 CJ2A, I happen to have one parked in my garage. These used to be made of wood, often oak, that would rest on the glass, so the glass would not directly impact or directly rest on the metal hood of the CJ2A. So this has been around forever, and it's cool to see that Jeep still continues the tradition. Another thing that's known in the Wrangler is the open air freedom of doorless, roofless, topless driving. So you've got hardware that gets removed unless you've got a 26 Wrangler. We did a video on that. You've got hardware from the doors, you've got hardware from the roof. Where do you put it all? In the back of a Jeep Wrangler, you've got an area for the door hinges, your roof bolts, as well as your windshield. You'll never have any lost hardware with that. If you've got all-weather floor mats, you want to make sure they're installed properly. You're going to actually take the drain plug out of your carpeted area. You're going to pull out the piece of actual carpet that's there, and you're going to push through the mat through the floor of your Jeep. If you notice, it's got a big bump out. So it pushes all the way through. This will protect the carpet from getting wet in the event of any off-roading. But when it comes time to wash out the Jeep, you can literally hose out, or if it rains, pull the drain plug and let the water flow out. One awesome thing when it comes to the all-weather floor mats. So many Jeep owners love adding extra lights, accessories, horns, light bars, you name it. On many of the Jeeps, there is an auxiliary lighting switch, and let me show you some features you might not have known about how to wire in auxiliary items very easily. So if you have an auxiliary lighting system like this, let me show you a couple cool features that maybe you didn't know about. For one, if you go to your vehicle settings and then auxiliary switches, you can pick auxiliary switch 1, whether you want it to come on with ignition or the battery, and if you'd like it to be momentary or latching. So let's say you made switch 1 a train horn, and you only wanted to be able to use it when the ignition was on. Now when you go down here and push switch 1, you'll notice it only stays on when I push it, hence it's momentary. This one is also momentary. If we change switch 1 to latching, we come down here and now it stays on. Now, depending on how you're gonna wire it, maybe you're gonna wire something externally under the hood, or maybe you're doing interior lights. You can reach the wiring either inside or outside, and I'll show you where that is. You come under the dash on the passenger side, you'll see some taped up wires in a loom, and right here at the edge of it, you'll see some wires with some heat shrink around it. Right there are the wires you're looking to access. So those are the wires you're looking to access from the inside. Let me show you where they are under the hood, and I'll leave a wiring diagram so you know what color wire goes to what switch. Now under the hood, right between the battery and the firewall, if you look real close on here, you're gonna have some wires wrapped up. And if you look right under there, you're gonna see them, they're taped up. You can untape them. And the terminated wires are right under this negative ground strap. So again, if you're looking to wire something under the hood or under the interior of the vehicle, you can reach both sections of wires very easily. Do you know on a 24 and newer Jeep Wrangler, you no longer have an antenna on the passenger side, you get an additional trail rated badge. And here's why. And that's because your antenna is built into the windshield now. Yes, I'm sure that means those windshield replacements are even more costly. The next one we're gonna talk about is a hidden washer that you might not have known about. So the front of many Jeep Wranglers and Gladiators have trail cameras. And did you know on the forward facing camera, there is a washer. You can activate the washer in 2 ways. One is if you wash your rear windshield, by just pushing on the lever here forward, you can. Or if you go to the front camera, you can clean camera and rear glass right from the screen, and you'll see it does activate it. Can someone please explain to me why we don't have that feature on the backup camera? That'd be way more important than the trail camera. Just my opinion. Did you know Jeep has something called off-road pages? So you go to apps, then off-road pages. And in here, you can get gauges, but it also tells you your pitch and your roll. It'll tell you different dynamics of your steering angle, your transfer case if it's locked, and various other things. Here's a fun tip. In the first model 4xEs, when the vehicle was in electric mode, the gauge there would show that oil temperature was 419 degrees. 419 is the area code of where the vehicle is built. Hidden Easter egg that many people would bring their Jeep in for service because they thought there was a bad sensor or that their oil was really at 419 degrees. Have you ever gone in to plug something, whether it be a phone charger or a charger USB, and you're not sure if that power outlet in the vehicle stays on when the vehicle is turned off? Let me show you a trick. On the Jeep Wrangler, this 12-volt outlet has a key on it, which means it will only have power when the key is on. This 12-volt outlet in the back has a battery. That means this one can be powered or will have power regardless of the ignition position. Now, speaking of this rear outlet, let's say you don't want it to be on the battery only and you want it to be keyed on the ignition. Check this out. You're gonna come up here under your hood. You're gonna remove your fuse panel, front passenger side. If you look right here, you've got a 20 amp fuse. And if you notice, there's a spot next to it. If you move this fuse, instead of it being in the position far to the top towards these terminals up here, if you pick it up and move it that way, leave the open spot on this side, it will make that switch, it will make that outlet keyed with the ignition. And in case you didn't know, this is a tool right here to actually pick up this fuse and move it here. And now that outlet is keyed with ignition. Have you ever been in your Jeep and wondered what this button is that looks like a duck and you can't get it to work? Let's talk about it. No, that's not a duck deployment system. What it is, it's called hill descent control. Basically, think of it as this, and we'll do a full video completely on this subject, but it is a low-speed cruise control. It will let you navigate through your transmission by holding a specific speed as low as 0.6 miles an hour and up to 5 miles an hour, and you can toggle up or down through the manual mode on your transmission. You have to be in 4-time low, 4-wheel drive, and the transmission has to be moved over to manual, and then you can toggle your speed up or down by going forward or lower as if you were shifting gears on your manual transmission mode. We'll do a full video on it, but that is basically a low-speed cruise control, perfect for off-road, going over that terrain where maybe you'd hit the throttle and you'd kind of jerk. This will maintain the speed you've set, where you can keep your hands on the wheel and not worry about holding a specific speed off-road. Great feature that many Jeep owners don't know about. Maybe you've got a Jeep and you've seen this in your glove box, it came with your Jeep and you're like, what the heck is this? Well, if you paid any attention, it kind of tells you right on the back. If your vehicle has adaptive cruise control, you've got a lot of sensors and you've got a lot of camera systems that need to be protected. Behind the rearview mirror is all your camera systems that are responsible for your adaptive cruise control. In the event you take down your windshield for that open road, off-road feel, whatever, this will snap on to protect all the electronics from getting wet, dusty, dirty, etc. So that is what this is for. Whether you're an avid off-roader or you just got a low tire, many people when they're off-roading, they air down for better traction. Very common practice. Kind of annoying when you got to air back up and you got to pull out your tire gauge. One thing built into many of the Jeeps is a fill pressure monitor system. So if you go to your vehicle apps, you'll have one that's called Tire Fill Alert. Now, as you move over here, you'll see all of these are at 32 PSI. As you fill the tires from the outside and it approaches that set point, your horn will actually honk telling you you've reached the desired PSI and you can move to the next tire. It's a pretty cool feature. You don't have to use a tire gauge and it gets all these tires spot on every time. Gladiator owners, we got something for you too. And if you're not a Gladiator owner, scan to win. I'll put the link here. We've talked about this in many of our other videos. Huge thanks to Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We are giving away this 100% donated Gladiator on December 7th. We only sell 3,000 tickets. You don't have to be there to win. And 100% of the proceeds will go to Toys for Tots. Check it out. You do not want to miss that event. But if you are a Gladiator owner, check this out. If you put your straps that hold your tailgate straps back here, now what you've got is this will line you up. You can put a 4x8 sheet of plywood in here, fits perfectly. If that's not your jam, and you've got dirt bikes, you've got 2 marks on the center or on the outside edge, Those 2 tire marks, you can load up your off-road dirt bikes, and this will lock them in. Pretty cool feature for the Gladiators. And don't worry, Gladiator owners, you got some stuff inside. Lift up the rear seat, and in this bin here, this is where you are gonna put your hinge bolts and all of your accessories when you remove the doors and top. They didn't forget about you. Now this is one most don't know about, and this one doesn't have it. But if you lower the passenger side of your rear seat on the Gladiator, depending on the trim and radio system you have, you might just have a Bluetooth speaker back here. So go see if you're surprised. And it's pretty cool. It's an awesome speaker that connects to your Alpine audio system. The next one you're gonna love if you're a 4xe owner, if you live in a climate where it's nice and cold in the winter. Check this out. Without putting your feet on any pedals, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna hit the start button until it says run. Now, if you do this while your vehicle is plugged into your wall charger, you can activate your heat and your climate control. This will allow your vehicle to come up to temperature, warm up, and all while not using the battery or fuel from your vehicle. It will use from the outlet that you're plugged into on the wall in the 4xe. All right, guys, so how many of these Jeep secrets did you already know about? What one's your favorite one, and what one did I miss? If I missed one, drop it in the comments below. Maybe we'll feature it on our part 2. As always, like, subscribe, and we appreciate your viewing. We'll see you on the next video.